Hi everyone, Arnold here, santamuertemagic.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. The topic of today's video is surviving a lack of connection with Santa Muerte. So this video was inspired by an email I received through the website, and it was a very poignant, very honest message, so I thought I would just read from it directly. The email I received said, quote, "Have you ever witnessed a situation where Santa Muerte does not work with someone? I have been trying to connect with her for at least 5 years. I have many books on her. I have an altar for her. I give offerings. I pray to her every day. And I'm even in a mentorship program with someone who is supposed to help me build a relationship with her. All this being said, I have not really noticed any changes in my life or prayers being answered. My life is constantly up and down, and if anything, seems like it is regressing over the years, like she does not want me or something. I know according to your work, death embraces us all, but I have not had the success that I want working with her. I put a lot of effort to show her that I appreciate her and want a relationship with her. My financial situation has always been a struggle, not because of spending or lifestyle choices, but I do what I can to honor her and continuously ask her for help. I carry the magic money seal from your book with me everywhere and pray the prayers each day. Am I doing something wrong?" End quote. So that was what this person wanted to know, and this was my response. Quote, "To answer your question, no. I have not seen a situation where Santa Muerte would not work with someone. As death itself, Santa Muerte accepts us all, and she is a force that is present in all of our lives and that is always working with us, whether we recognize it or not. I have, however, been made aware of individuals who feel they are not seeing the results they would like from the relationships they are building with Santa Muerte. There are a few things I noticed in your original message. First, you mentioned you have been trying to connect with Santa Muerte for at least 5 years. This is an interesting statement, and one that I think displays a need for a paradigm shift. Instead of thinking about Santa Muerte as an energy that you are trying to connect with, you might consider trying to recognize that she is an energy that you are already connected with. You are not on your way to a relationship with Santa Muerte. You are simply acknowledging a relationship which has always existed. We are all connected to death by the fact of our own mortality. If you are alive, then you will one day die. So you have been connected to Santa Muerte since the day you were born. Second, you mentioned not noticing any changes in your life or prayers being answered. Again, I think a paradigm shift is in order. Regarding a lack of change, I think stability in and of itself can be a blessing. Regarding prayers not being answered, there is one aspect of Santa Muerte that many people forget. One way, albeit uncommonly, to translate Santa Muerte into English is as a good death or a blessed death. When you devote yourself to Santa Muerte, you are also devoting yourself to your best death possible, which, put another way, is you are devoting yourself to your best life possible, a life you can look back on with as few regrets as possible. If there is something you want that would pull you away from living your best possible life and achieving your best possible death, then it makes sense that the short-term request would be ignored in order to keep you on your long-term path toward the life that is best for you. Unfortunately, you may not be able to recognize these blessings until you are at the end of your life looking back. As for life being up and down, Santa Muerte does not guarantee or even offer the prospect of a life without struggle. There is only one guarantee that we receive from Santa Muerte, and that is that nothing lasts forever. This is also a blessing. If nothing lasts forever, we must remember to cherish all our good times and the fact we were able to enjoy them at all. If nothing lasts forever, we must remember not to cry too much about the bad times, because they too will come to an end. You mentioned feeling as if sometimes you are actually regressing. I would go back to my previous point about living your best life possible. This might not be so much a regression, but a return to the path you are meant to be on. Another point I'll make is that sometimes it can feel as if Santa Muerte is not with us, but this could very well be due to the fact that Santa Muerte does not think we need to feel her with us, as much as we might want to feel that sense of security. When a parent teaches a child to ride a bicycle without training wheels, the parent will eventually let go of the bicycle, and the child may very well fall. The parent may have known this would happen, but it is an experience which the child needs in order to grow, and one that is necessary to eventually master the task at hand. Some kids will fall more than others, but the fact they are allowed to fall does not take anything away from the love that the parent has for the child. All this being said, based on the message you sent, I would offer two suggestions. First is to start something like a gratitude journal. Your original message incorporated many negative sentiments that, while very understandable, might be distracting you from seeing the good that you have in your life. I would suggest once a day, at the end of the day, making a short note of something that went good and thanking Santa Muerte for the opportunity to experience it. They do not need to be big things. The purpose of this exercise is to help you recognize what blessings you are receiving so you may begin to look toward your future with optimism, which I think will help you attract more positive blessings along the way. Remember, like attracts like. Optimism will breed more optimism, which will give you the emotional power to continue pursuing that which is best for you. Second is to allow yourself to surrender to Santa Muerte. You can still petition for things you want, but give Santa Muerte permission to send you the experiences you need in order to keep you on the path of your best life. Be open to exploring opportunities for new experiences and adventures that might come your way. The future that is best for you may look nothing like what you are hoping for, but if you put your faith in Santa Muerte, I am confident that you will one day look back with appreciation for the life you were able to live. End quote. So that is essentially the message I wanted to share. If you think you are lacking in your connection with Santa Muerte, it may be time to consider a paradigm shift, a change in your point of view. Just because you are allowed to fall or struggle, just because you are allowed to feel alone from time to time, it does not take away from the fact that Santa Muerte loves you. It does not take away from the fact that Santa Muerte has already decided to accept you. If you are alive, then you will one day die, and it is this fact alone that connects you to the love and power of Santa Muerte. One note I did not mention is that it is possible for a person to be overlooked by Santa Muerte when she distributes her blessings, but from what I have seen, this happens when a person ignores Santa Muerte or walks away from a relationship with her. This is often my response to the question of Santa Muerte's anger or her wrath for those who may choose to leave devotion or who may choose to ignore the signs that Santa Muerte is trying to send them. I've said before and I'll say it again, I do not think a force as powerful as Santa Muerte has any need for anger or revenge, but like a parent or a grandparent who is ignored, it is not outrageous to understand why blessings may be distributed to those who acknowledge Santa Muerte over those who do not want a relationship with her. The reason I did not mention this note for the person who sent me the email was because that person was not describing a situation where he did not want anything to do with Santa Muerte. It was quite the opposite. He is acknowledging her fully. With that, I think I'll start wrapping up the video. If you want a relationship with Santa Muerte, then recognize that you already have one. If you ever feel alone, recognize that Santa Muerte may simply feel as if you've got this and that she is doing what is best for you. If you ever feel like you are regressing, then recognize that Santa Muerte may simply be trying to get you back on the path you are meant to be on. Hopefully I've explained everything clearly, but feel free to reach out if you have any questions. You can get in touch through the contact form on the website. There's also the Discord chat server and the Patreon messenger system. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Bye.